Now, everyone is given the one uh, free move, shall we say, to where they can transfer without penalty and play immediately. But the thing we've got to remember is, as we talk about, it's easy to say, okay, they've got a full quarterback room. That means by the end of spring practice, they're going to lose half those guys. Well, they may and they may not, because, this is not just for LSU, but Mark, if you have used your one free transfer, if you transfer again, you've got to sit out a year. And I don't know how many guys would be willing to do that in this day and age, to where they want to play immediately. So, Auburn's got a really full room. Florida's got a full room. We know the Alabamas with the Bryce Youngs and teams like that. They know who they're going to have. But Mark, it's kind of extremes, is it not? We either know who the starter is, or we have no idea who the starter is for some of these teams.
Well, I've been pretty curious about this one-time transfer rule as well, because it's been in play for quite some time. But in regards to the enforcement of it, I certainly don't have an issue if a player has transferred once and then they have a legitimate hardship issue, and they could appeal to the NCAA. But otherwise, I think this is a tremendous deterrent for what we've experienced over the last year and a half with this transfer portal and guys flying all over the place constantly. But then I see a situation like Chase Bryce, the quarterback who went from Clemson to Duke to Appalachian State in consecutive seasons. And I'm throwing up my hands thinking, is this rule not being enforced? And I've seen a couple other incidents, not too many, but a few other incidents like that. So I don't know what the deal is necessarily.
Well, I don't either. And that may be a compliance issue and some things that we don't exactly know about. But when we just basically throw that out there for our viewers, to let them know, is we just can't go from to 5 different schools in a few years without not having some kind of penalty for that. And then the other thing that goes along with that, Mark, is as far as the academic end of it, we won't belabor the point here, is there's the progress toward the goal of graduation. Are you able to do that in the midst of these transfers? So I think that the point is, there's just a lot to go on there. But this LSU situation is going to be fascinating, is it not, Mark, to really kind of see what kind of spring they have, and how these guys are able to work together. And look, if you're Brian Kelly, whoever you are, man, in this day and age, think about A&M last year with Haynes King going down and Zach Calzada, and what a difference that may have been for their year if King is healthy throughout the whole time. Mark, like a lot of positions, these guys don't understand this, and they don't like it. But look, I don't think you can have too many quarterbacks, can you?
No, not in this day and age. You cannot. And it has been basically follow the bouncing ball of quarterbacks in the SEC Western Division, as one goes to Oregon, and then he gets a replacement from Texas A&M, and then that Texas A&M new quarterback just arrived from LSU.